How to collect blueberry seeds from fruits. And this is very nice if you have the idea that you want for some reason to grow from seeds. I want because I want to create my own cultivars, and I think this is important for me to create my own cultivars because I like the brand name, to make myself my own brand of blueberry. I make a lot of hybrids. I try to make at least. I try to make hand pollination. Except this, I let the bees do their job, and I have over 20 different kind of blueberries. I have high bush, northern high bush, southern high bush, and rabbit eye. And from this, I have a few cultivars, different one that I think it's important to try to make a new cultivars from all those plants. So, how to make it? Of course, you can make it manually, and manually it's the best way. Although you will probably will laugh at me, but I do manually when I know that I done hand pollination. For the reason that I don't do a lot of hand pollination, and I want the seeds will go. I have few fruits from this, few fruits from everywhere. I just mark them on the plant, and I know that this stem I done. I try to make hybrid from a certain places. So this is why I make it manually. And I think that when you make it manually, you have better results and more seeds survive. But when you have big quantities and you just want to make a lot of seeds, there is a better and easier how to do it. So if you work manually, it's important to work clean. What does it mean clean? Except that you should clean it after you collect the seeds by one. My tip for you is to take pincetta, open it by hands. You need some nails to use it, or even to use a knife and cut just the peel of the plant. When you do it, I prefer it with the nails. It's easier this way. Then I take pincetta, and this one I take one by one, and I put the seeds. I collect them. It's not everything that you see that black. It's the seed. So I put them in the water, and this is my method. The reason that I put them in water, it's because it's easier. Why it's easier? It's taking them out. After this, I of course drainage with a net, and I collect all the seeds that I collected. The other method that it's much easier, but this is when you don't have a specific hybrids that you try to create like me. It's just you have a lot of fruits and you want to make something. You take a blender, and a blender better with a plastic knife. Why plastic? It doesn't cut well the seeds, and you have a lot of leftover. You just put it in the blender one time. You mix with water. After this, you use a net. You take the seeds out. You have a lot of pulp. Again, you mix it again, and again, and in the end, you just wash the pulp out, and you stay with the seeds. This is the easiest method ever, but few problem with this. If you don't do it well, it means that if you don't clean it well, and a lot of time it doesn't really add up to the point that it's clean amazing, it can cause infection. So you should do it, clean it few times, and maybe even put it in the blender a few times. The major things that I would highly recommend that when you do it with a blender, try to take some of the peel out before. The reason that the peel it's harder, and if you have patience, if you don't have, just clean it in the end. I think it will be enough. So the last thing that I say is that in order to make a high quality of seed collection, the best will be by hand, of course, because I'm not gonna see that most of you gonna do it by hand. Of course, I eat all the fruits after this. Too shady to throw it. But if you don't gonna do it by hands, so in the blender, take care that you don't leave too much pulp. Clean it few times over and over and over to collect actually the seeds. If you want, you can just put after this the seeds in water and let them just take. When the moment that you put them in water, you actually separate them that the pulp, just try to clean it by hand a little bit. It's okay, it's work well. And after this, you just wash it and dry it. Of course, the most important thing is to dry. There are a few methods of drying. This is really important. I forgot. When you dry it, I think that what you need to do, you can put it in one option. It's on paper, tissue, like Kleenex stuff or something like this, without color, of course, or to put it on the nets and to let it dry for a few days. This is really important. And why it's important? Because if it won't be dry enough, you will have a huge problem with infections and dead seeds. This is not the end game that you try to create. Don't forget to mix it with a lot of water, because you don't want to chop. It takes a lot of time if you don't do it right, actually, and not take fast. But in the end, you have seeds, and a lot of them, and you can actually even sell the seeds if you have something nice. That's all from growplants.org. Don't forget to subscribe, visit our website, and of course, if you have any question, just ask. You have here links about more videos, some lists, subscribe, and of course purchase a plant, and this is donation for our channel. I hope you enjoy and come visit us again.